The mongrel under the dung mound. Significance of the infraliminal intelligence. Offrands. Dogs' vespers are unending. Vespertiliabetur. Goat Shrubard quits his gabard cloak to sate with Beckus, Zumbok, a Kevra. Yet wind will be a fadavor. Footnote. I was so snug off in my upholster's cradle, but at long leash I'll stretch more capricious in his dapple-pied bed. And the hour of Frumini and Burgo Bell, if Nippon have pearls or opals Eldorado, the dainty dish, the lecking out, Gippu good oil, for hush McCandy, long 'tis till gets bright, that all cocks waken, and birds Diana. Footnote. Pipette. I can almost feed their sweetness at my lips. With dawn song hail or darks, flew a duskness, bats that, their peepees drilling, for all us kids under his aegis. Saving the public his health. At Brannan's on the Moor, at Tam Finnegans Wake yacht, he's still going strong, and still here is noctuals, and can tell things are coming on by that fluffy feeling. Larges, loomy, wheelhouse to budge box. Footnote. Alice in Hunterland. Superlative absolute of Porterstown. Lumber up with Hoodie, Herseman, Cowawain we keep his peace, who follow his law, Sunday King. Footnote. I wonder if I put the old buzzard one night to suckle in Milkman's honey, like they used to embalm some of the special popes, with a book in his hand and a mouth open. His 7-coloured suit, Oconee. Footnote. And a ripping rude rape in his Lucretius toggery. And his imponents one heap, lumplock, mogul. Why so mucky pick bridges span our Flaminian road? And rivers burst out like reaming race rounds, joy drinks for the funerally. Will ye nought would wet your weapons, warriors bad? Where every feasters fusters others, Finnegans all. Footnote. Rowe, Williams, Buey, Queen, Gorham, MacEndocoth, and Viola, the lays of ancient homes. The Welling Breast. He willing giant, the mountain morning, his doggedy dew, too obedient of sophisticity, in Urbanius its felicity, what you'll meek milk. Footnote. The Stannard's glass effect. You could sugarly swear buttermilk would not melt down his dripping ducks. Our deputy member when he's dead. P.C. Helmut's in the Cottonwood listening. On Pole and Peters Burgess and Miss Mishy Mushy is tipped up by Tough Tat. Bobley's Gobblage, for as honour was at the beginning, lives yet and will return after great deep. The throne is an umbrella strand, and a sceptre's a stick. J.D. Jewel, our Dachra dear, Gut Ahmed Buddha's deosophizing our Theas. Sleep we rising, and a white night high with the cows of Dromheim, as showers as there's a wet enclouded in Westwick low, or a black rose a truant in a thorn tree. We dreams our dreams till Bappy returns, ein sane and news. We will not say it shall not be, this passing of order and orders coming, but in the Herbers county and the country round Blath, as is not city itself of legiones, they look for its being ever yet. So shuttle the pipers done. Footnote: Thackathai and Thinethuse with Santhedam. Erica boy. And it's time that all paid tribute to this massive mortality, the pink of punk perfection, as photography in mud. Some may seek to dodge the gobbet for its quantity of quality, but who wants to cheat the chokers got to learn to chew the cud, all which whole scrubs on scroll, circumminimum luminative have, enchioniums here, and improperies there. Footnote: Gossam fur, gazumpher grease, a jarry grim felon, good bloke him. With a pansy for the pussy in the corner. Footnote: and if they was setting on your stool as hard as my was, she could bet her bottom dollars she'd have a curious impression on the diminutive that shafts our ends. Be lineal in ponders over the poise, pitch cap and triangle, noose and tick tunk. Insipid intermissio. Be wise of Fanciula's heart, the heart of Fancula. Even the recollection of Willowfronds is a spellbinder that lets to hear. Footnote: when I am Enna Stella and I'm taken for Esses Tessa, I'll do that droop on the Poleman's piano. The rushes by the great Dunn's Pond. A-R-E-O. Let me sigh too. Uncle Flavius Maximus to Nearchia Flapia Minimus. As this is, and as this is, dear Brotus, lend me arrears. Coleman's bell behoves that your handmaid of the load, Jenny Wren, pick peck, Johnny Post, Packpuck. Footnote. Heavenly twinges, if it's one of his, I'll fairly faint as swoon as he enter rooms. All the world's in want and is writing a letters. Footnote. To be slipped on, to be slept by, to be conned to be kept up, and when you're done, push the chain. Rock baby Babel, flatten the wall, how ye broke the good news to gent. A letter's from a person to a place about a thing, and all the world's on wish to be carrying a letters. A letters to a king about a treasure from a cat. Footnote. With Her Majesty's office. When men want to write a letters, 10 men, ton men, pen men. Pun men want to rise a ladder, and den men, dun men, fen men, fun men, hen men, hun men, went to raise a leader. Is there any letters day from my peoples? Draganovich, empire your outermost. Footnote. Strutting as proud as a great Turquin vegan that cuckold on his Edams and Clay's hat. A posy card, please. Major and minor modes coalescing, proliferate. Genuine homogeneity. We have wounded our way on throw twist prince, till that force in the gill is faint afared, and the face in the tree bark feigns a fear. This is rainstones ringing, strangely cult for the ceasing of the yaw. But Eregoian is ever pot price pond, patrilinear plot plop. If the oscillation of the onkring gives ome and noma, since all's war that ends war, let sports be leisure and bring and buy fair. Athlete, rest your barley bath feet. Town to quest, for to rest, the hour that highs is early. A halt for hearsake, a seed at night, or dream an ear, which they shall memorize, by her free written, hopefully, for ear that analyses, if scarce for eye that sums, if it is in the now, woodwordings. Footnote. Come smooth of my slate to the best of my blush, with all these gelded ewes jilting about, and the thrills and ills of laylock blossoms. There's so much more plants than chance for Cecily's, that I was thinking fairly killing times of putting an end to myself and my malady, and when I remembered all your pupil teachers, Erignius, in perfection class, you shouldn't know right, you can't if you wished, if you wouldn't pass for undevelopment. This is the proper way to say that. Senior, if it's me choose to swallow all you said, you can eat my words for it as sure as there's a key in my kiss. Quick, Eric, fuss your facey. When will ye conjugate together? Tolazar, to master, to miss while more fans am our. Verb divi and verve divi, with love I loved, have on my back spine, and does forever you or me and me sever. Then rue me intended, my intended junior, whom I'm thrown on, away on. Here against my life stack, a new folly licon, when I slip through my pettigo, I'll get my decree, and take side-irons when I'm not ploughed first by some Rolando the lasso, and flaunt on the flimsies, for to grig my college junior is, who through their flushy fusture or their octet and virginity in my shade would always my figurants. They may be year of my year, but they are nary weary of my day. Wait till spring has swung in Spictus and Sprig's bank into pride, they'll be plenty prime. Of house pets to pimp and pamper, my impending marriage nature tells everybody about, but I learned all the runes of the gamest game ever from my old nurse, Asha. A most adventurous trot is her, and she viking well know them all, heartswise and forwards. How Olive Doyley and Winnie Carr, bejupas, they raised the dressing of a salendom, and how a peeper costs, and a salt sailor made a rusty pot at Raymond's. It most have been mad mullions planted him, Binodibis, and Trestrine Fonterrafin, say go sound, sounds right go round, kill cackle, cook kettle, and remembers all should forget to bolt the Thor. Orden wasn't it just divining that dog of a dag in Stockholm, as I sat astride up'em there, drew its altar as a cucumber, slapping my straits, still the sloping ruins, postillion, a swings a swank, with you offering me clouts of ill sense, and them mourners strag struck on the learsward. Don't be of red, you blanching mensch. This is Isabella I'm on, known the rules of the rut, and she don't fear when Mandy. So sing loud, sweet chariot, like Anagrayoun in heaven. The good father with the twinkling in his eye will always have cakes in his pocket to betroth us with, for our all-Michael good. A mum, and a mum again. For tough troth is stronger than fortuitous fiction, and it's the surplus money, oh my young friend, and me the sweet creature, what buys the bed while wit spoils the clothes. Bibulus Hickstory and Barbarossa Hairstory. Of our split plantation where the branchings then will sing, tomorrow's gone and yester's outcome and Saturday's afternoon. Lex sleep smiles on the 12 months minding. Such is dear name of desired subject, A.N. Well, and I go on to Schlickshire, I and we, tender condolences for happy funeral. One if so sorry to mention person suppressed for the moment, F.M. A shilling in copingers and Polish soup all days. How matches mattresses. Well, inquiries after all health. Who are you? Questioned Maggie, a lovely introduced to domestical circles. Pershan of Kate Shropshire, those pothooks. Mostly she hawks, from Popper Ware, Foster. But these girly mickews are of Mipper's moulding. Shrubshy Ruther waves gently in the air, turning but over. Well, mabby constellation of shopes. To soon air was best from Cinder Christinet, if Prince Chumming can be when desires solely for samples. Back-fronted or if all petrolio, or get my prize, using her flower. Or, les hellos tombeaux, sol sur les jambes dimanche. Perfume, or, if very, very, very chumming, in other words, who she suppose ideal, kisses my exits, schlick Scherutter from Auben, gentleman, pious and pure fair one, all has concomited. To that, this, that she shall, who tread them life trees' leaves, whose silence hitherto has shone a sphere of silver, fast now barnstone, that fount Pandosian shall play liquid music, and after odours sigh of music. Blots blush bloth, one dear that was, sleep in the water, drug at the fire, shake the dust off and dream you're one who could give her side curls too. Till later, Lammases, led in by bathe our washwives, a weird and wonder tenebrous as that evil Thorngarth, a field of fairy blithes, as this flowing wild, mais maintenant, elle est Vénus. Two Dons, John Threes, Totty Haskins. Un jour we come au temple la pline, de Colomel, la jacinthe se plate, Dolegals, la Provence and Ilebrie, la Marguerite sur la ruins de Newmonts. Footnote. The nasal force of our natal folk-fathers, so much now, for Valsing Gidirex and his grand arc-state triumph. Et pendant Catour del Lévis ou changer de leur paisible génération ont traversé les adjacentes. Footnote. Translute that gas wind into turfish. Take that's a good bog in you. 30 polish it off. There's net swipe onto your blottom pulper. The part played by belletristics in the Bellium, Pax Bellum. Mucho more from mutation sortes Virginiae. Also sprach zero thruster. Arrivé jusqu'à nous, fraîcherions comme au jour des batailles. Margaret Mancy, Hyacinthus provinciferus, flowers, a cloud, but Bruto and Cassio, aware only of Triffid tongues whispered. Footnote. Yon daredevil Donnelly, I love you, or piercing lots of lies and your flashy phone mail. So here's my cowrie card. I dalgo with all my ex, wise and sad. The whispered wistfulness, 'tis demonal, and shadows multiplicating, il fol soletto, nel fol soletto, col fal solotto dal fusolezzo. Footnote. All this Mitchell's is an eager for spending, and I will go to the length of seeing that one day Big Mig will be Nicholas himself. A saxum shillum for the sextum, but no thumbs for that poet priest. Tosh and quotients, they tackle their quarrel, sycamore so woeful Sally, ancients Agur, and each way bothwise glory signs. What if she loves seeing her less, though she leaves her moan? That's low how our oxygen has gotten a hold of half their world, moving about in the free of the air and mixing the rock enter Ella, either or, and nay rather, interrogation, exclamation, trick stunts, with sobs for his job, with tears for his toil, with horror for his squalor, but with pep for his perdition. Footnote. While I'll wind the wild woods pluck bells among my window's weeds. Lo, the boor plieth as the laird hireth him. Antithesis of ambigual anticipation, the mind factory, its give and take. Boon on begging Ailsie, auspicium at maturing daily glory aims. Footnote. Lordy Dordy simpers. Orgoria. Truckies can't for dactyl and spondee. A flink dab for the freck dive, and a stern poise for a swift pounce, was frankly at the manual Aris sure enough, which was de Beccarsy he knowed from his cradle no bird better, why his fingers were giving him what for, to fife with. First by observation there came Bucko, and nigh him wigwams, and nigh him tittles, and nigh him a cheek dimple, and nigh him pickpocket with pickpockety pum, pickpocket point, pickpocket prod, pickpocket promise, and up with them. Holy Joe in Lay Eden. Footnote. But where, oh where is me little Dick Dunn? Divinity, not deity, the uncertainty justified by our certitude. Examples. And anyhows, always after them, the dimpler he weighed, the fonder he fell off his null. For love-droid cardinals. Panoplos, peregrine, perflicative pomposity. His element Cardinal Newman, and his eminent Cardinal marrying, and his epulent Cardinal Wisewash, and his eminent Cardinal KOK. Always would he be reciting them hoojas goojas up by the rota, in his fandom's catechism from first to last, quick march to December's, so as to pin the tenors, thumbs down, and anon and all days strews year there, would he while creating luminous rays, chaos counting in the scale of pin puff, pive piff, piff puff, pive poo poo puff, pive pre puff, pive poo puff, pive poo pive. Footnote. That's his whisper waltz, alike from Pigot's, with that lancy-dancy step. Stop. Nile do fouty Enoch thoughtig, and so one like to pitch of your cap, pack on to tin tall spillikins. Footnote: 12 buttles man, 28 bows of curls, 40 bonnets woman, and every usefully yours, makes R11, add the 100.